Prabhupada Paramahamsa Parivajaka Acharya Astuttar Sata Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Se Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Brajamul Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees. Glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamritam. Madhya Leela, 9th chapter and text number 312. This is the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu travels to the holy places in South India. He arrived in Dandakaranya forest, and this forest is located around Tungabhadra river, that is present-day Karnataka, and part of it is also in Andhra. It's still a place of pilgrimage, and you will see the entire geographical condition will be completely, out of nowhere. There are big, big boulders, as if the monkeys transported these boulders there to afloat on making a bridge, right? But this is also very, very pious for the sadhus like Matanga Muni and others to reside there, meditate on the Supreme. But they have to also have difficulties because big Rakshasas also stay there around. Everybody likes the place. But according to their mentality, they are, absorbed in those kind of thoughts which are destructive or constructive, according to the sadhu says. So this particular verse is coming. Rishimukha mountain is also located there, where Matanga Muni was meditating. But at the same time, there was a bull demon called Dundubi. He was also residing there. And everybody was engaged in their very, very powerful either meditation or bodybuilding. And there also, Vali and Sugriv, two brothers, were also staying because it's such a beautiful place. Vali was little, we don't call him demoniac, but he was very puffed up because of his being an elder brother. But somehow Tara was married to Sugriva, the younger brother. He is also, monkeys are very powerful at that time, but Sugriva has a different nature, Vali has a different nature. Vali was very puffed up. He was more stronger than Sugriva, and on that physical strength he was trying to subjugate everybody, including his own younger brother. He took his wife Tara and made his wife. So there was a constant conflict. There were several fights between them. But somehow or another, there was a wise counsel of Sugriva, was Hanuman, also there. So we can see in the same place there are contradictory mentality of people were there. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is arriving at that place, to Dandakaranya. So, Saptatala Vriksha Dekhe Kanana Bhitara Ati Vriddha Ati Sthula Ati Uchchatara. Saptatala Vriksha, 7 palm trees, Dekhe, sees, Kanana Bhitara, within the forest, Ati Vriddha, very old, Ati Sthula, very bulky, Ati Uchchatara, very high. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Within the Dandakaranya forest, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then visited a place called Saptatal. The 7 palm trees were there, very old, very bulky and very high. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada gives only one sentence, but it makes you refer everything in the Ramayana. The name Saptatal is mentioned in the Kiskindha-kand section of Ramayana, and it is described in the 11th and 12th chapter of that section. It's also mentioned in the 15th chapter. All right, but this mention has a very great importance as far as, what kind of role these 7 Tala Vrikshas played. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rikadamaham Dadati Swapadantigam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jatapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrijatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Sarasate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is arriving at Saptatal place. They were in line series. In Kiskindha Kand, if you refer the chapter number 11, 12, the location of the Saptatal Vriksha is also near the lake Pampa, and you don't see today. Something happened to them. But during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, say 535 years back, they were existing. And in the further study, that upon seeing the 7 palm trees, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced them. As a result, they all returned to Vaikuntha Loka, the spiritual world. They disappeared after embracement, embracing them. So, these vrikshas played important role. There was also a continual, testing the prowess of a warrior. Vali was a warrior. Vali was a warrior. And Sugriv also supposed to be a warrior, but he was less powerful. Regardless, Saptatal, they are standing in line, all right? And they are tall trees, very bulky. If anybody can shoot the 7 tall trees with one single arrow, his prowess can be calculated, the topmost. And Vali was able to do that. Sugriv was not. So that became a standard. Now, behind Saptatal Vruks, the mountains area, Rishishuk mountain is there, and there are many important, but they are in line. So, and anybody wants to put up a target practice, they go there. So, Vali was very famous that he has penetrated in single shot all the 7 tala trees. All right? So, Sugriv was glorifying Vali. He was glorifying Vali because every time Vali was defeating him, and as many times he tried to attempt to get back his kingdom and his wife, he was not successful. So, seeing this dilemma, Hanuman made friendship with Lord Ramchandra and requested him to help his friend. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has the prowess, but he has also to prove. All right? So, it is said that Hanuman made a kind of pact with Lord Ramchandra and brought Sugriva in front of him. He was very submissive, and seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he also made up an attitude to respect him. But still, as a warrior, he has to see how powerful Lord Ramchandra is. They were not having that devotional fervor to understand the prowess of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's not a make-believe thing, but at that time, contemporary situation, Sugriva wanted to test. So what he did, he glorified Vali's valor, that he was able to penetrate this 7 saptatal in single shot. He must be very powerful. And Ramchandra was smiling, that's all right. So, the conversation is deepening by glorification of his own brother. Ramchandra was getting an estimation that how much powerful he may be. So, Lord Rama also said, you want to see how powerful I am? So he took a shot, one single shot. He also penetrated 7 tala vrikshas, and it went beyond to the peak of the Rishishak mountain and penetrated the peak and came back in his quiver. And Vali was completely flabbergasted. So, wow. He immediately surrendered to Lord Ramachandra. But he wanted to narrate the story of what Vali had to go through, Because of his valor, he was challenging anybody and everything. Even Matang Muni was being challenged, but he got cursed from Matang Muni instead. So there are two kinds of conflicts, physical conflict and spiritual conflict, Vali has to face. So the physical was measured by another demon called Dundubi, as I said. It was a bull, black bull. And he was so fat, so big, so powerful that he wanted to challenge anybody and everybody. And somehow or other he came there by knowing that Vali can only defeat you. Vali can only defeat you. So, Vali did not know anything about Ramchandra. But through Sugriv, Tara found out. And she told Vali that there is a young, very handsome, very beautiful, having a superior power than what you think. You be aware. So, Saptatal was instrumental to measure the valor at certain extent. But then when this Dundubi came, looking for Vali, that he heard can challenge him, and Dundubi was very proud, but Vali defeated him by a single kick. And he threw him, spitting blood and making him dead, but fell at the door of Matang Muni's ashram. So Matang Muni, as meditation was broken, he came to see, and he saw blood oozing out from this, bull demon. And he said, whoever has done this should lose his valor immediately. So Vali got the curse. And Matang Muni was so disgusted about that blood and rotting, the carcass is lying there for several days and nobody came to clean up. So Vali got the curse and he could not do. He tried to appease. Vali was not a demon, but he was very puffed up. So in front of the curse of Matang Muni, Vali could not even beg pardon. So he was also disgusted. How come nobody is understanding me? He came to fight me, I defeated and kicked him out. I didn't know where he's going to fall. I'm innocent, But anyway, the curse is a curse. It's going to be coming soon to expose him in front of the Supreme Lord. So, Lord Ramchandra also now getting exposed because everybody knew that he's having a good friendship with Sugriv, and but nobody knew his prowess except Sugriv. When Ramchandra showed him the prowess much more valuable, that all this external energy or the Shakti is under his control, and even the quiver are under his control. So they will come back. No wastage. So it's not a physical strength at all. But after all, those who are obsessed with so much material strength like Vali cannot understand the transcendental potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the Saptatal was a witness. And as usual, Sugriva incited Vali to come and fight again, and he was pulverized again and again. So there was a smooth transition, but it's not smooth, it is rough. Being beaten up, then he is trying to use the influence of Lord Ramchandra to kill Vali. So the Saptatal area is mentioned in Kiskindha Kand, and what we see, the further description in Ramayana, that is Kiskindha Kand, chapter number 13 and 14, they are describing the fighting of this Dandubhi and Vali, and further development. Then when Vali was to be exposed with the valor of Lord Ramchandra, this was the incident. Then Ramchandra went to Matanga Muni's ashram and kicked the dead body of Dundubi, and he threw him 10 yojans away from the ashram. That is a very great distance with such a heavy, bulky body. But he didn't even kick much. It was just a little push away, and it goes. So Vali was amazed. Oh my God, somebody is more stronger than me here. But yet, he was not satisfied. He would challenge anybody and everybody. So in the last episode, Tara came to know that Ramchandra is not an ordinary person. So she is advising Vali not to fight with him. Make friendship. Make friendship. But he was so much obsessed with his material power that he wanted to challenge Lord Ramchandra also. But instead of Ramchandra, he wanted to finish his brother who is bringing Ramchandra to interfere between their affairs. So, I mean, persons like Vali, they don't want to bring, the Lord in between the relationships. That is very envious. So due to all these faults, even Tara gave good advice, but yet his completely contaminated, consciousness, always trying to become supreme by prowess, in that area at least. He was ready. So he pulverized Sugriva, his brother, so much so, that Ramchandra has to take an aim at Vali and shot him. At the right moment. He was hiding behind the Saptatal trees. So Saptatal trees, they were witness of this particular Leela. Of course, it's very elaborately, about 6 chapters are there for this in Ramayana. But Prabhupada cut it short. You read it. What is Saptatal? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is embracing this Saptatal, and they got liberated. To witness certain thing is glorious, but at the same time, to get liberated from that bulky body is also very much essential. The bodily conception of life can even, if indefinitely carried on, even though if we are given a lot of chances to remain in Krishna consciousness and to develop and detachment towards the material world, the trees are stuck for how long? So Ramchandra happened to be in Treta Yuga, which is about 115 million years, or 10.5, whatever it is. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu happened to be. So that long the tala trees were staying. What is that verse? To stand at one place, Druma bhajan. Druma means the tree. It is a curse. And they must have done some such activities which are not conducive to Krishna consciousness. They are made to stand for thousands of years at one place. And they are not allowed to drink water except through their legs. Padapa. It is. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu know that they are living entity, they are quite old. Embrace them because they were witness of this particular lila. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself, in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, liberated them. So this is the incident that has been described in Chaitanya Charitamritam, because upon seeing the 7 palm trees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced them. Everybody was completely, amazed what is happening. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows, and the reference of 7 the palm trees is also in Kiskindaka. So Prabhupada said, okay, and refer to this. This is the story on that. Text number 314 is a Shunya sthala dekhi lokera haila chamatkar. Loka kahe, yahi sannyasi, Ram avatar. Those who saw, witness the 7 trees disappearing, then they knew that this is the area where this incident happened. After the 7 palm trees have departed for Vaikuntha, everyone was astonished to see that they were gone. People then began to say, this sannyasi is called Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, must be an incarnation of Lord Ramchandra. So it is an amazing thing. The physical nature can disappear even while we are living. When the entire material energy of the bodily conception transforms into spiritual conception, then one may see the body as it is, or completely under amazement. It becomes so glorious, so much effulgent, so much, amazing to the onlookers, because one was conversant with that area. So, and even today if you go, but the Saptatala would not be there, but people will spot out, this is the area, and this incident happened here. So, understanding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's divinity, thus exemplified by embracement of the Saptatal. Only Lord Ramchandra has the power to send the 7 palm trees to the spiritual Vaikuntha planets. Nobody else. To shoot all 7 with one arrow, that's okay. It's not a big deal. Ramchandra did a big deal just to convince Sugriva that, look, I'm not less, I will protect you, don't worry. But you get some few blows more from your brother and I will take care of him. It was a point where both Sugriva and Vali look alike. They look alike. Tara was duped in that and thinking Vali to be Sugriva, she was living with him. Look alike. So the whole confusion came, whole enmity was created between them because of Tara. And Tara was playing wise because she knew that both look alike. Even Ramchandra was telling that Sugriva, do something. That when 2 of you are fighting, I want to kill Vali. But how would I know? If both of you look alike, make some distinction. So Sugriva approached Tara with a garland. Tara, I'm sorry, I do not want to come in your life because my brother Vali is very powerful. And because of you, we have been fighting, because he took away you and you also chose. I want to withdraw. But I want to commemorate Vali. So can you put this on his neck? So this was the device. Ramchandra would know that he's Vali, one who is putting the garland. So when both were fighting, it was difficult to target otherwise. So thus Vali was killed by Lord Ramchandra. So there was so much intrigue in between, and Hanuman was witnessing, and he was also confirming that yes, this friendship should now turn into servitorship. So they went as friends, and they established their relationship, confidence, and witnessed the prowess. Then they were taking all the opportunity for the help of Lord Ramchandra. So there is some time, 10 minutes, if anybody has any question and understanding the Saptatal.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. In regards of coursing summary, if it's not one's karma, it's not going to happen. Or if one makes transgression, it's going to happen anyway, course or not course. So it's just wondering that.
Yes, karma, if it is not conducive to the reality of spiritual life, when, says for example, Narad Muni, Matang Muni, they were all meditating always on the Supreme Lord. And if such karma distract them, then naturally they will have to levy some heavy-duty reaction through curse. upon the perpetrator. It is required, otherwise the person will suffer more if it is not cursed. Curse is a punishment, but there is also remedy. When curse is making person realize that he has committed offense. Nalakuber and Manikri, they were cursed by Narad Muni. And Narad Muni is the very benevolent teacher of bhakti, and but who can teach bhakti to naked people? Who can do? So it's better that they should understand the reaction of their wrongdoing, that even though they were yakshas, they are lower category of yakshas and rakshasas. So Nalakuber, and both are the children of Kuber. Kuber was a yaksha, but he was devotee yaksha. But this position of demigods, when it is misused, then it curses. Father is acting like devotee, but the children are not. So everybody has their own lot to enjoy or suffer according to their activities. So curse is very essential in order to bring back the normal position. It should be, you know. If a judge gives a judgment for punishment and send somebody to the prison, is it not like a curse? It is curse. Curse and punishment are both the same that way. One is done through verbal determination, another is by force. Any other question?
Hare Krishna. It's somewhat related to the class. So oftentimes when we go out on book distribution, we meet Christians who challenge us, where are you going to go to in your next life? Because they're convinced that they're going to go to heaven because they've surrendered to Jesus Christ.
Not surrender, they simply believe.
Right, okay.
Surrender is different thing.
Yeah, okay. So just by believing they're going to be in heaven. So I was wondering, what can we respond to them? What is our guarantee?
Same is Muslim too. Just believe in Allah and die for Him, even by being a jihadi. Simply you will go to heaven to enjoy 72 huras. Do you know huras? And heavenly ladies. In the heaven, Indra is also having so many huras. But he is mindful. He may sleep off, but he is always mindful. Then he can't insult the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So devotional aspect and understanding the destination in belief and destination in actual execution of devotional service, both are different. It's as good as the Christians are asking, hey Prabhu, what are you doing for fun? You live austere life, what do you do for fun? But we always have fun. And there is nothing extraordinary we have to do. We chant, it's fun. We dance, it's fun. We take prasadam, it is fun. They don't have any of these three. So, You take some prasad along with you. Okay? I said, this is the fun. You guys are eating simply rotten meat. What is the fun in you? We do have higher taste, higher fun. So, and Sankirtan, yeah, people, they have been coming since the incept of ISKCON. You know, Jesus is the Lord in this valley. Jesus is the big billboards in America, you will see. Redneck area. But we go. They said, okay, good brothers, no problem. And if they are, say, learned people, and if they challenge, Prabhupada would challenge them rather than they challenge us. Prabhupada would say, Jesus Christ, he said, I'm son of God. Muhammad said, I'm servant of God. And here we say, Krishna is God. What is the difference? We say the same thing, but why don't you accept? We accept Jesus is the Son of God. Muhammad is servant of God. We accept. But why don't you accept Krishna is God? Because they don't know who is God. They simply babble out a few words and recite some verses from Quran or from... It doesn't give any concrete or what we call manifestation of the Supreme. They don't study the divine potencies. They call it divinity, but they don't want to bring divinity in them. Unless one becomes divine, how they can understand the Supreme Divine? And those who want to think that they are divine, then they become competitors of the Supreme. That is also dangerous. Janma karma cha me divyam. Evam vettiyo tattvata. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mamiti swarja. First get liberated from this bodily conception of life and then talk of, where will you go? They don't have conceptual understanding about soul even. And tell, Prabhu, you have a belief system working through Bible and Islam also through belief system. But we are more than belief system. Verifiability is there. Because a process which is not new to the Western world, but it has been ingrained in Vedic system from the very beginning. And the practice was there. The practice is still existing and nobody can kill the vibe of devotion. Britishers tried. I'm sorry, we are in their land, but I'm sorry. They could not kill the spirituality and practice of devotion. It is still throbbing. However corrupt they may make it, India. That's the difference. Give them a good. And if you can't convince them, then put up a pakora in the mouth. Always take something. Have a stock of ammunition. Huh? All right. Haan, bolo jaldi.
You know this pastime in Sugriva and Bali, is going to the Sri Sampradaya, one of the Acharyas comments that the reason why Sugriv was beaten up a few times because he had no respect for Lakshman. So he got the reaction.
He offended.
Yeah, he didn't respect Lakshman.
Oh yeah, but it's just offended.
Offended, yes. So in that sense, he got the reaction for... That's why Lord Ramachandra had him get purified.
But before even Lord Ramchandra, Lakshmana, they were, first of all, known to Hanuman. Sugriv came to know later. It was Hanuman's wit that he was having so much attraction to Lord Ramchandra. Seeing him, that friendship was a pretext in order to bring them to Sugriv. Hanuman was servant of Sugriv, wise counsel. So, where was the occasion to... after meeting, there was some avoidance, because Sugriv was very much attracted to Lord Ramchandra by description of Hanuman. If Hanuman has not mentioned anything about Lakshman, what is his fault? Anything can make an excuse, and whatever the defeat he might have to take a blow from his own brother. But material nature is like that, where the cause becomes a materialistic person in form of a female. Then that is totally gross bodily conception. And along with Lord Ramchandra or Hanuman, they were not approaching to solve the problem through bodily conception. Lord Ramchandra's prowess was purely spiritual. And it overpowers any material prowess. Anyway, according to South Indian, some systems are still valid. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked the opinion of some Sri Sampradaya about who was Sita. The concept of Maya Sita comes from South India. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard it. He was completely satisfied. Otherwise, did Ravana ever take Sita? Can he abduct Sita? If she raised her eyebrows, Ravana would have been burned to ashes. But she wanted to participate in her husband's desire to eradicate that person. Let him have the glories. Otherwise, Shakti always comes before the Shaktiman to perform. So that was a silent interaction between Sita. And it was Maya Sita that Ravana abducted. So right from the beginning, it was completely illusory. And how come Lord Ramchandra was acting so perfectly as if he was an henpecked husband and crying for his lost wife? To bewilder the atheist. Such explanations have already been given by Srila Prabhupada through Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought two things from South India, Brahma Samhita and Maya Sita's conceptions. So he explained when he returned to Jagannath Puri and handed over both the manuscript to Swarup Damodar, and Swarup Damodar is describing because he was keeping diary. The whole Chaitanya Charitamrita was written through the agency of Swarup Damodar's diary. verifiability. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, was very profound, introspective about everything, and because he took shelter and initiation from Raghunath Das Goswami, and everything was aligned for the purpose that he was ordained to. He was requested, nobody else was requested to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. So thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Krishna Prabhu.